So you want to learn how to play Caveman Keno. Well, we're going to try to teach it. So standard Keno, pick numbers and hope you hit them. We're on 25-cent denomination. I call him Terry the pterodactyl. So we're gonna bet 1 credit. You can see right over here we're betting 1 credit. We're gonna pick some numbers. You can pick anything from 2 numbers, which would pay you 10 credits. 3 pays you 15. You can go all the way up to 10. On Caveman Keno, on most games, I like playing a 5-spot. You can see that a 5-spot's going to pay us 80 credits. 4 spots pays 12. 3 spot pays 2. 2 spots pay 1. I like 5 because on Caveman Keno it will pay you with 2 hits instead of 3 on most games. But you can play, I do kind of like playing 3 numbers on Caveman Keno, because what happens is when we push the button, it's going to drop 3 eggs randomly on the board. If you hit 2 of those eggs, it pays you 4x the win. It just popped up on the screen right there. If you hit all 3, it pays 8 times your win. Now on some games it will pay you 10 times, and I'm pretty sure like if we bump this up to $1, that goes to a 10x win. But we're not going to bet that much. We're just trying to teach you how to play Caveman Keno. Let's start out, let's just do a 3-spot, because if we hit all 3 of those and all 3 of the eggs, it can be a pretty good little payout on a quarter bet. So let's just try 3 numbers. So you can see those eggs dropped. There's 1 egg and 1 number. We didn't win anything. We have to hit at least 2 of our numbers, and we need at least 2 eggs to get the 4x multiplier. 3 eggs gives us an 8x multiplier. So we started out with $60 in the machine. There are no bonuses, there's no free games on this, it's just the multipliers. So we're going to play maybe $10 worth. Just see, maybe we can hit some of our numbers with a multiplier so you can see how it works. That's all there is to Caveman Keno. But it can be, you know, betting higher amounts. See, we had 2 of our numbers that paid us 3 credits, but we only had 1 egg, so we didn't get a multiplier. But this could be a very lucrative game. Matter of fact, let's, while we're still not too deep into it, let's change our spots. Let's do, I think they call this the bread and butter on Quick Hyundai slots. And I think it's something like that. I don't know if that's exactly how they do it. Maybe it's that right there, I think is what it is. But if we hit all 7 of those, that's 1,000 credits. 250 bucks. And then if we get multipliers with it, woo lordy. Let's see what happens. So we got 4 of them. It paid us 3 credits. We only had 1 egg, so no multipliers. Not landing on any of those eggs. So at that time we had 2 eggs. It would have been a 4x multiplier, but we only hit 2 numbers, so we didn't capitalize on the multiplier. 2 eggs right off the bat. 3 eggs, give us something. So you see over here we got the 8x win. We only hit 3 numbers, but instead of paying us 1, it paid us 8 credits. We're right back to our 60 bucks. But that's really all there is to Caveman Keno. There's not a whole lot more to explain. You know, they do have the 4-card version. We don't have it here on this machine. But this video is basically to explain how Caveman Keno works. It can be, Keno's just great all around. I mean, where else can you bet 25 cents and win $250 if you hit all 7 of your numbers, and maybe even a lot more if you get the multipliers with it. We're going to play this down to about 50 bucks. I think I've done all I can as far as explaining how the game works. Now let's just hope we win something decent before we end this video. Three numbers, no multipliers. There's a 4x multiplier with the 3 numbers. Paid us 4 credits. I don't play 7 spots very often. I prefer playing 5 spots. But I figured we'd give a 7 spot a try for this video. Maybe get lucky. And that's all it is luck. There's no skill to this game. Look at there, we got 4 of our numbers with 2 eggs for a 4x multiplier. That paid us 12 quarters, 12 credits. We're back to $57. What we're really hoping for here is 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 7 with the multipliers. Let's play this down to 55, and then I'm going to go down to a 5 spot. We'll do the last $5 on a 5 spot. About 3 more spins if we don't win something. There's 4. Paid us 3 credits. There's 4 again. We just can't get the multipliers to go along with them. Something on this spin. Look at that, we had all 3 eggs, but we didn't hit at least 3 of our numbers. So let's change our spots, erase those. I like this 5 spot right up here. If you notice, when I first started, I was playing those 3. If I want to play 4, I'll play that one. If I want to play 5, I'll play that one. Let's do this 5 spot down to 50 bucks. See if we can get lucky. So that was 3 numbers with the 4, and we had 2 eggs, or a 4x multiplier. That made us 8 credits, back to 56 bucks. You sit right there and enjoy yourself. So we got our 8x multiplier because we had all 3 eggs, but we only hit 2 numbers. It still paid us 8 credits. If you hear me talking, it's because I'm talking to the camera. Yeah, I'm not crazy.
I figured that.
Well, it keeps paying us a little bit. It's not giving us any big wins, but I think you kind of get the gist of how Caveman Keno is played. I don't think, no, we'll go back, we'll go to $55 now, and hopefully we'll get lucky and hit all 5 of our numbers with some multipliers. There's not a lot more I can teach you about Caveman. See, we're almost back to $59. Let's go ahead and increase our bet by 1. So now we're betting 50 cents, 2 credits. Our pays increased. Let's see if we can hit something now, down to 55 bucks. We'll take this down to 55 or up to 65, whichever comes first. That would have been a good time to hit some numbers. We had all 3 eggs. The very next spin we hit our numbers, but no eggs. Alright, that's going to be our last spin. We're down to 55. Well, we could do 1 spin at a quarter. Alright, well that was it. So that's Caveman Keno. Hope you learned something, and see you on the next one.